So good evening guys, it's a 5 p.m. February 4th. Today is a Friday, and once again we had a closing on Friday right at my key level, and that has been the pattern since last Friday. Last Friday damn thing closed right around 44.87. That is my D key level, and then this Friday also into the same area. So that is a pain, it comes to come up with a day trading direction. But so far we are able to trade nicely by just coming up with the intraday line in sand idea. And and we know exactly when that direction is shifted to the upside or downside, and we were trading accordingly. But it requires a lot of reading on my side during intraday, and that thing I do not like it. But anyway, we have no choice in this environment, but overall you can make your life easy also, based on the pre-market notes. So if you follow it correctly, then you don't have to even read intraday, and you can focus on one side. So let's get into here. So get ready for the ride today, or super garbage day. It is all about Friday's closing, right, and non-farm payroll. So today's range could be this 43.50 to 44.90, or 44.45, to 45.60. So there are a couple of ranges, right? And you can see that morning it played between these levels, right? And you can see it from 44.90 it provided a nice response. 44.45 provided a nice response to the upside, right? And the key areas are 28, end of the day sell off, then it didn't even reach there. 45.06 intraday, you can take a long from there, but I wouldn't suggest. 44.90 early morning high. 44.61 price rotated around it. 44.45 hand as a support. See, so technically you could have just stick with this, and this, 5 levels. Rest we have to wait for a non-farm payroll, right? Technically, so I wrote this note before non-farm payroll. Technically sellers are in control below this, right? But for day trading today, aggressive sellers needs to hold below 90 ideally, right? And super aggressive sellers needs to hold below 72. So actually if you look at the morning after non-farm payroll or during non-farm payroll, this level held it. Then after the open, this level held it. Looks like, and everything was moving higher, right? Looks like it's gonna go through it, and then you can see it, because that was the aggressive sellers level, ideally wording, right? And look at this, the power, right? So that's for NQ, that's for ES. NQ worked out very great today. As usual, NQ always works out very nicely, level to level. It just does it all the time. It break below 455, but it couldn't hold it below it. So failed breakdown right there, right? Otherwise it could have this move. Maybe we can have this move later on whenever it breaks below and holds it. And then Russell 1966 became a bold level today, support. Today's low was 66 to 62, but that was a bold level, became a support. But we are not planning to buy Russell, right? We were supposed to stick with sellers, right? Dow is also worked out very nicely. If you focus on the level, then you will know, that this area 60, I think it was a morning high, and then end of the day this area became a high. This was a morning high, and then it went up to this, or maybe 100 point lower actually. So that is not actually right. It was 685, but it's fine. It went below it, but technically if you draw a line there, you will see a balancing there. But these two area held it, right? Crude as usual, favor longs. Today above 87.89, favor long, and crude went to 93 or 94, I guess, right? So dream number 769, 726, 726, very powerful level, so you can see it. 769 first time up, even though everything was up, it still responded. Every single level in NQ is giving you a 40 to 50 point bounce both ways. Actually, if you count it, sometimes it's more, but usually it gives you that much bounce. Look and see it, all these circles, arrows, pretty much you can see it. It is just level to level. And while intraday reading it, we usually skip certain levels and only trade at certain levels based on our reading intraday. So actual buyers, when they step up right here, right here, that's the first sign I saw it. So in this code I was explaining, then it went higher, right? So at this point onwards we stopped shorting it because we knew its buyers are coming. They have to do certain things in order for us to short, right? Then price went higher, right? And then it came down. Here I said it needs to, how it responds to 550, that will decide, or 560 or something. If it goes through it, and then we were also watching ES at the same time. So if they both go through certain levels, in this case 560 or 50, then we assume sellers back in the business and we start shorting it. Otherwise we're not gonna short it. So here you can see it, 2 attempts, it held it, then it sliced through it, right here. That was the sign, and then it went higher all the way to 632 or 45 here. See, this area was the key area for today, line in sand. Above buyers shifting, below sellers still active, assuming it goes below that 550. So now we know 550 to 645 was our gray area. So here when price touched 645, I said breakout is risky. Instead I'm going to wait for a pullback. So I gave them a limit order for 600. Around 600 I said, or 610, that I will play pullback. And if you look at it very carefully, it came right at that point. I had order ready. So this one I'll show you right here. See, 600. So I got filled, and then it went higher. You take a profit here, 645, right? Because level is level. Then you wait, and then boom, breakout happened. Yes, this breakout happened, right? Actually somewhere here, yes. And then slight pullback to here, you go long right here at 645. That's the 50% short. But if this breakout happen, such a probabilities are is gonna go through it. Why? Because first it broke out after doing all this thing, right? And then after building a balance here, then holding 550, then here going above 490 after breaking below. Those are the signs price was giving you that, hey, buyers, it sliced through this level and held it here. See that? That's a long, right? So sellers, buyers are here. Then it sliced through this, it held it here, right? Here it tried to break down but couldn't, right? And then it held that 550, and then it sliced through it about this high, right? Now there are pretty much higher chances it's gonna break through it, and as usual it is going to run over to dream number. That would be the ideal target, but it requires a lot of holding, painful holding, right? But eventually you can see it went here and here. This is the past dream number, current dream number for today. So it went to both dream numbers, right? Those are the targets, not too short, because it's a running market. See, look at it, it's a bullish market now, right, for intraday. But still, if you want to short levels, you can see there is a response. See that? And then when it went through it, there is a support here, response, right? Then it went through it, you can play breakdown here, right here. See, target this. And then when it failed breakdown of this level, come back up, you can go long. See, again, reply short here. See, you can do intraday a lot of shorts and longs, right? But that's not how we trade it. We trade it based on our reading intraday. If price is doing certain things, then we short, we go long, all these things, So these are the potential trades and the circles also, right? But the main flavor was shorts today, not longs, right? So, but then intraday, since buyers were active, we can't just short. So that's why you don't see any shorts here. But here, before this, you can see a lot of shorts here, right? But here you can't see any shorts because we know buyers are in control. So there is no short here. End of the day, yes, when price went here all the way up to this red line, right? Now it's a chance that it has to break through it, and ES reached this 28 bold area from the morning, right? That's where Globex high. So now there is a chance that buyers wants to take this higher. That is a common sense, right? So you have to observe it, and then you do not want to see a slight weakness here, right? And then you can see it. It came down 769. Ideally price should have held it here, which it did, here, and then it went higher. At this point everybody is thinking now it's going to go to moon, right? Including me also, but I'm not supposed to go long here, right? It's too high up, right? Long was here, not here, and it's end of day, Friday, anything can happen, right? And you can see it right here. At this point you are thinking everything is going to moon, fine, but if not, you are ready to short, because now it's a confirmation, right? End of the day, dream number, it went above both dream number, it has to hold above it, then boom, right? Dig down, slight pullback, short, and then you can target here, anywhere you want, here, right? And then again took out this level, right? 700 and this low, took out, pullback, short, target 645. That is what I said in Discord. At the closing I said most likely it will come here and close right into 645. ES will come down at 87 and close right there, and that was it happened, close right here, both of them. So those are the NQs trade, right, later on. But now let's talk about the morning, right? Non-farm payroll. So non-farm payroll, I had to pick up my drop of my kids at school, so I was not here during non-farm payroll. But before leaving to the non-farm payroll, right here at 8:10, I gave them a labels in Discord to observe. 592, which was right around somewhere here in NQ, and then 575, little bit above this area, and then for ES I said 74 and 68. See, there is two lines are here, 68 and 74. I said observe. So since two levels were for observation purpose, right, you can see it. Non-farm payroll opening high was 74.50, right into my level, right? So fine, then what? Price can go higher or lower, correct? So wait, and then you see 68, also another level, price slice through it, that's where the short, right there, NQ short below 575, because those are the two levels I gave, right? There is a reason for it. So price below both, short right there, and then 45 you are out, and then you play this 57 with stop at 63. That is the also trade I gave it in advance when price was here. I gave them a screenshot in Discord saying this could be the profit, and then I put an arrow here, right here at this bar. I actually tweeted that thing also, that screenshot. So, and that's where right here, and then price, came there, right, filled this order, came down again, and then boom, crack. See, so, and then if it failed to hold it below, you bail out right there. NQ, same thing, 490, you can use to short it, or this area, with ES right here. See, that's was a short too. I forgot actually to put it here. See, that's the non-farm payroll trades, right? So if you are done with the non-farm shorts, you should not be trading today in the RTH. That is the guideline. Friday one trade only. But let's say if you want to trade it, right? Then what happened? Price open right here around 9:30, 61. Remember that 61 area from the pre-market notes. So open here, and then what happened? Right? Price came tight to go down, couldn't, right? And we are not supposed to trade early in the morning, so we waited it. But you could have taken a short here also, right? But that's fine. And then what happened? Price just went straight up, right? When it reached 86, 87, that's where I said, you know what? This is the level. And NQ was around 592. See the morning non-farm payroll level, right? Those were the shorts. First test. Why? Why today first test? Because overnight sell off, and then of the open straight into this 86. Those were the two levels. 44.87 is my golden level, and those were the targets, for this buyers. Now don't ask me why that was a target. There were two targets, this and 45.03. So, and this was a level. So first test short, you have to take a risk if you want to, with 2-3 point stop. And if it doesn't work out, then we'll evaluate again. But if it does work out, you have a good reward. At least it will come back to this, mid and VWAP. That's where it all started here. See, and 73, 72, that was the good area here. See, non-farm payroll. So you bail out here. Because of this morning buyers, you bail out here, right? And AD was rising also before that, right? So you bail out. And then what? Then because NQ, by the time NQ was trading already above 455 and 490. See my point? So, and those are the good levels, different colors, right? So you bail out and you call it a day for Friday, right? So that there is no more trades after that, ideally, right? But still, let's say if you want to trade it, right? But now you can't do anything. But then I also gave them a level intraday. When price was here, I said 81, not here. And after doing this, before that I said 81.50, draw a line, and then later I said 81.50 to 80.50, draw a line there. See, I had a line there also, right? So I gave them that line when price was here, not after seeing this, before that. And then you can see it, price balanced above it slowly, then slice through it, right? So that is what my confirmation is for my holding my shorts. And then I build out here, right? And then you can see this area held, right, back to 81, rejection, again down, went through 81, even breakout, right? At this point you should think everything is going to moon, right? But look at what happened here. See, I said in Discord I'm not gonna go long in ES. NQ I may try it, but ES I'm not going to go long because I have a bold levels, so price can get a rejection from here, 45, 45.11, 15, 45.28, anywhere it can get rejection. So I didn't want to go long, so I did not take a long, but you can see it. So whoever took a breakout, they are underwater instantly, right? Not even expecting that it will happen, fail breakout will happen, But for me, that was a short right here. See, balance, breakout, right? But I didn't want to short it here because it is holding above 81, and then you can see it, there is a bounce there, right? But when it got a rejection from here, took out 81, and then on the same bar, you can even short here, going with it the flow. Or when in the intraday I said 66, it has to go below it in order to bring more sellers. NQ also I gave them a same level somewhere around here. So when it broke through 66, that's where it pulled back. That was your short right here, confirm short. Otherwise this was early short right here. See, it's like similar to NQ here. Then you target this or lower actually, right? But by this time you want to target lower, but you still have to watch out here at 1040, right? Because at 1040, if you look at it, NQ was diverging and ES was at its low. Divergence are sometimes powerful, so you bail out, and then you wait and to see what ES does to yesterday's low. And when you see this rejection, price coming down, you short, same thing in NQ here, you short, then you look for lower level. But this 45, 43 is a bold support, so you have to watch out there. When price came there, right, and you see balancing, you bail out, simple, or either first test or bail out after the balancing, because internals were not liquidation kind, and NQ was still diverging, right? So you bail out into support, then you wait for a nice breakdown of all this thing in NQ and ES. That would be another short. Otherwise you don't do anything. Then what happened? Price balanced it and sliced through yesterday's low. Now at this point you were not expecting a slice through of yesterday's low. Simple, right? Price is going down, so you want to see continue going down. When you see this thing, here is try to break down, failed breakdown, little balance, slice through 62, came back up. That's where you're long. If you want to go long, against all these sellers, I wouldn't prefer, but if you are reading it, that would be the long. You have to take a risk though, but that's a long, but I am not supposed to take longs here, because NQ was way lower. Then when NQ started going higher here, that's where I got a confirmation, right? So then remember initially I explained these things, bouncing here, right? You can do the same thing, yes, right? But as long as 81 is holding, I don't want to do anything, right? So then it again back to 81, rejection, 81, rejection, 81, rejection, right? All this thing it did it. Finally it broke out. And Q, look at this, see, same time. So these were the longs now. Now it confirmed. See, this one you can take it if you want to, targeting morning high or potentially this gap fill area, that you can target. And then no more trading. Friday is done, right? So no more longs ideally. Shorts you can take it if something breakdown, like something happens, balance breakdown at the end. And then price, look at this, balance, right? Balance, balance, balance. So no longs. But I know some of the day traders, not in our Discord, but somewhere else, right? Those day traders are all fully long here at this point. Every breakout they took it. Here, And then here also, when it broke out about 28, someone I know, many of the day traders would have taken a trade here also. Going there, it's gonna go to moon because looks like it wants to go to moon, right? As I explained earlier. And then little balance, breakdown. That was a short because it happened right at the level. It happened around this red area. See? So that's how the day play out today. It was a nice day today. To do all this thing. It was a garbage day though. All this thing was a garbage today. So ultimately it was a garbage day. But within a garbage, in the morning you had a couple of good trades. But if you are trading later on, I showed you already so many trades. Okay, and that be all for today.